Hello guys, welcome again. Myself MD Tariq Anwar. I am working as an assistant professor in mechanical engineering department at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurugram. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on the topic that is ball bearing design based on dynamic load and related problems. So before that I have already discussed that is the dynamic load and static load on the bearing and introduction of bearing, what type of bearing generally used in machine components. So today I am going to start a topic that is static load rating of rolling contact bearing. The load carried by a non-rotating bearing is called a static load. The basic static load rating is defined as static radial load in case of radial ball and roller bearing. Already explained in the last video lecture series, that is what is radial bearing, what is ball bearing, what is radial load, what is axial load or thrust load, and radial load bearing or ball bearing and roller bearings. These are the different types of bearings. So here I have discussed that is a load carried by non-rotating bearing is called a static load. बेयरिंग जब रोटेट नहीं कर रहा तो उस पर जो लोड लग रहा दिस इज नोन एज स्टैटिक लोड. द बेसिक स्टैटिक लोड रेटिंग इज डिफाइंड एज द स्टैटिक रेडियल लोड. कब कहेंगे स्टैटिक रेडियल लोड? इन केस ऑफ रेडियल बॉल एंड रोलर बेयरिंग. क्लियर? और एक्सियल लोड in case of thrust ball and roller bearings, which corresponds to a total permanent deformation of the ball or in the bracket roller and race at the most heavily stressed contact equal to 0.0001 times the ball or roller diameter. What do you mean by this statement? So here he is saying that is two types of bearings, or you can say two types of loads, that is radial load and axial load. जब लोड एक्ट करेगा रेडियली दिस इज नोन एज रेडियल लोड इन केस ऑफ रेडियल बॉल एंड रोलर बेयरिंग, ऑन एक्सियल लोड व्हेन in the case of thrust ball and roller bearings. So when the load is acting there will be a deformation. So total permanent deformation of the ball or rollers which lies in the bearing and race combinedly at the most heavily stressed contact or stressed condition क्या होगा? मैक्सिमम कितना होगा? 1000 times the ball or roller diameter. For example, you can understand with the help of an example. Consider that I am taking this example for understanding, that is ball diameter is 100 mm. So 1 mm क्या होगा? वो डिफॉर्म होगा. So that is 100 times the ball and roller diameter. Now what is dynamic load carrying capacity? The life of an individual ball bearing is defined as the number of revolutions which the bearing runs before the first evidence of fatigue crack in balls or races. Means that before fracture or before initiation of crack कितना revolutions वो ball bearing, number of revolutions कितना वो मूव करेगा. क्लियर? कितना वो रोटेट करेगा. How many revolutions? This is known as dynamic load carrying capacity which the bearing runs before first evidence of fatigue crack in ball or races. बेयरिंग क्या हो रहा है? अपने मशीन कंपोनेंट में फिक्स्ड है, बट बिफोर फ्रैक्चर और बिफोर फेलियर कितना रिवोल्यूशंस वो मूव कर रहा है. दिस इज नोन एज dynamic load carrying capacity. The dynamic load carrying capacity, see the definition here. The dynamic load carrying capacity of a bearing is defined as the radial load in radial bearing और थ्रस्ट लोड इन थ्रस्ट बेयरिंग दैट कैन बी कैरिड फॉर अ मिनिमम लाइफ ऑफ 1 मिलियन रिवोल्यूशन। सो लाइफ ऑफ बेयरिंग हम कैसे डिफाइन करते हैं? 1 मिलियन रिवोल्यूशन उसको सर्विस होनी चाहिए मिनिमम, फॉर अ मिनिमम लाइफ of any bearing, that is 1 million revolutions. The minimum life in this definition is the L10 life, denoted by L10, which 90% of the bearing will reach or exceed before fatigue failure. क्या मतलब? हमने 100 बेयरिंग का एक ग्रुप लिया, ठीक है, उसमें 90% बेयरिंग जो है उसकी लाइफ कितनी होनी चाहिए? 1 मिलियन रिवोल्यूशंस होने चाहिए। मीन्स दैट का मतलब ये है कि जो हमने बेयरिंग का ग्रुप सेलेक्ट किया है वो क्या होगा, उसकी लाइफ 90% ऑफ बेयरिंग विल रीच और एक्सीड बिफोर फैटिग फेलियर। सो यू कैन से बेयरिंग इज गुड और बेयरिंग इज डूइंग इट्स फंक्शन प्रॉपरली। सो और यू कैन से लाइफ ऑफ बेयरिंग इज गुड बिकॉज it is not, or you can say it is not breaking, or it is not showing any crack up to the 1 million revolution of the service. So here I'll discuss equivalent bearing loads, which is denoted by P. The equivalent dynamic load is defined as the constant radial load in radial bearing, clear, and thrust load in thrust bearing. अब bearing अगर thrust load उस पर एक्ट कर रहा है, this is known as thrust bearing. Radial load एक्ट कर रहा है bearing पे, this is known as radial bearing. So which if applied to the bearing would give same life as that which the bearing will attain under actual condition of forces, clear. When the bearing is subjected to pure radial load, x is 0. I'll explain what is x, what is y, radial load factor and axial load factor. X is denoted x is representing radial load factor and y is representing axial load factor. I'll explain with the help of formula. So before that, only see the statement here. When the bearing is subjected to pure radial load, x is equal to 0, then P is equal to Fr. Equivalent load कितना होगा? Radial load. When the bearing is subjected to pure thrust, then axial load, or you can say y is equal to 0. Here some mistake is here, so axial load will be 0, then P is equal to Fa. Equivalent load would be Fa, or you can say axial load. नाउ विल डिस्कस डायरेक्शन ऑफ रेडियल एंड थ्रस्ट लोड. कैसे होगा, किस टाइप से एक्ट करेगा, इट शुड बी क्लियर. सो दैट सी दिस डायग्राम, दैट इज डायरेक्शन ऑफ रेडियल एंड थ्रस्ट लोड. सो दिस इज द रेडियल लोड. सी दिस डायग्राम. Light blue color, that is outer race, upper portion, lower portion is inner race. In between there is a ball, and this is the point of contact I have shown here. And radial load is acting, which is red color arrow. अब रेडियल लोड एक्ट करेगा इसके ऊपर, एक्ट करेगा बॉल के ऊपर. एंड थ्रस्ट लोड जब एक्ट करेगा और एक्सियल लोड एक्ट करेगा तो क्या होगा, उसके शाफ्ट के पैरेलल. ये बियरिंग का जो पार्ट है ये क्या है, इन लार्ज व्यू ऑफ एन एलिमेंट, और यू कैन से एन एलिमेंट ऑफ बियरिंग और वन बॉल ऑफ द बियरिंग आई हैव शोन हेयर. सो रेडियल फोर्स जब एक्ट करेगा तो कहाँ से, ऊपर से एक्ट करेगा रेडियली ऑन द बॉल. एक्सियल फोर्स और थ्रस्ट फोर्स जब एक्ट करेगा तो अलॉन्ग द एक्सिस ऑफ द शाफ्ट. दिस इज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ लोड. So this is the point of contact here also, and radial load already explained, so we need to explain again and again. Now we will discuss selection process of ball bearing. What is the selection process, कैसे हम select करेंगे bearing. So it is classified in steps, or you can say there are number of steps. So I'll discuss each and every steps in detail. That is step 1, calculate the radial load and axial load acting on the bearing. पहले हम क्या करेंगे, रेडियल लोड एंड एक्सियल लोड जो एक्ट कर रहा है बेयरिंग पे उसको कैलकुलेट करेंगे. स्टेप 2 इज डिटरमाइन द डायमीटर ऑफ द शाफ्ट वेयर द बेयरिंग इज टू बी फिटेड. किस डायमीटर पे और कौन से शाफ्ट डायमीटर पे ये बेयरिंग फिक्स हो रहा है. क्लियर. सो सॉरी determine the diameter of the shaft where the bearing is to be fitted. And step 2a, step 2 का part A, that is sub part, that is the select the type of bearing according to the diameter of shaft for the given application from PSG data book page number 4.14 to 4.15. I'll explain what is this. So you have to refer data book to select the bearing. Step 3, determine the values of x and y. Already explained what is x and what is y. Radial load and thrust load factors. From the PSG data book, the values of x and y for different types of bearing are given in the data book. Clear? So there are the 3 steps I have discussed. Now I'll discuss another one, that is step 4, that is calculate the equivalent dynamic load. अब क्या करेंगे हम, calculate the equivalent dynamic load P from the equation I'll give you, wait for that. Step 5, make a decision about the expected bearing life and express the life L in million revolution. हमने क्या बताया था कि बेयरिंग का लाइफ किस में हम मेज़र करते हैं, मिलियन रिवोल्यूशन. कितने मिलियन रिवोल्यूशन वो बेयरिंग सर्विस में है, कितना उसकी लाइफ है, उसको हम कैसे डिनोट करेंगे, मिलियन रिवोल्यूशन, इन मिलियन रिवोल्यूशंस. स्टेप 6, कैलकुलेट द डायनेमिक लोड कैपेसिटी, that is denoted by C from the equation, and this data can be obtained from the data book, this PSG data book page number 4.2. And step 7, that is check whether the selected bearing of light series has the required dynamic capacity. If not, select the bearing of the next series and go back to step 3 and continue. अगर हमने सेलेक्ट किया है, अगर वो गड़बड़ हुआ, जो डेटा आ रहा है वो जस्टिफाई नहीं कर रहा, तो हम क्या करेंगे, फिर नेक्स्ट से हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे. दैट इज़ हिट एंड ट्रायल मेथड. चेक वेदर द सेलेक्टेड बेयरिंग ऑफ लाइट सीरीज हैज़ द रिक्वायर्ड डायनेमिक कैपेसिटी, जो हमने सेलेक्ट किया वो है या नहीं है. इफ़ नॉट, सेलेक्ट द बेयरिंग ऑफ द नेक्स्ट सीरीज एंड गो बैक टू स्टेप 3 एंड कंटिन्यू. आई विल सॉल्व वन प्रॉब्लम, इट विल बी more clear to you. Before that, see this diagram. This is actual diagram of bearing. That is the ball and cage, or you can say retainer. It is also known as retainer cage, in which ball is inserted, and this is the race or upper race, or you can say outer race and inner race. In between there is a cage, and cage के अंदर there will be a ball. So this is the bearing design. Clear? From this diagram it will be more clear किस टाइप का बेयरिंग है. जनरली बेयरिंग जो यूज़ करते हैं हम बाइक्स में, फैंस में, इस टाइप का बेयरिंग यूज़ होता है. ऑलरेडी यू नो दैट दिस इज़ द बेयरिंग. सो discuss one problem so that the concept will be more clear to you, how you have to solve the problem related to bearings. So see this diagram and read the question here. That is, select a bearing for a 40 mm diameter shaft, rotates 400 rpm. Due to bevel gear mounted on the shaft, the bearing will have to withstand a 5000 Newton radial load and 3000 Newton thrust load. The life of bearing expected to be 1000 hours. Clear? So see this diagram. Here I have putting the value, or I am putting the value here so that it will be more clear too. This is the bearing which is blue in color, and inside there is a shaft Radial load given in the question, that is 5000 Newton acting radially, and axial load given in the question, that is 3000 Newton acting axially, or you can say thrust load. This is the bearing, and bearing is rotating at 400 rpm. That is the value of n is given in the question. So we will solve this problem. Solution. So take the steps which I have given in the above slides. Determine radial load, that is Fr, and axial load. Clear? Axial load is Fa and radial load is Fr, denoted by Fr and Fa. So radial load given in the question, that is 5000 Newton. Thrust load, that is Fa, 3000 Newton. Step 2. Determine the diameter of the bearing D. Diameter of the bearing D is given, that is 40 mm, because shaft diameter and bearing diameter will be same, because शाफ्ट को हमको बेयरिंग के अंदर फिक्स करना है, तो दोनों का डायमेंशन कितना होगा, सेम होगा. क्लियर? सो डायमीटर ऑफ द बेयरिंग विल बी 40 mm because shaft diameter is 40 mm. Now step 3. Determine the radial load factor X and thrust load factor Y. Before that, I will show the data book table, that is the from PSG data book page number 4.4, deep groove ball bearing continued. So I'll solve the another slide, but before that I'll showing here from where I am getting the data. Here see this table and see the third column in this table, that is D in mm, 40 mm given in the question. So 40 mm टेबल को देख करके हम क्या देखेंगे, लेफ्ट साइड में मूव करेंगे. bearing of basic design number, that is in SKF form. SKF is representation of bearing company's name. So it is the SKF company or SKF manufacturer. So as per diameter of the bearing is 40 mm given in the question, so the series will be 6308. क्लियर? रेड कलर वाला है जो, उसको चेक करो. चेक दिस इन फ्रंट ऑफ 40 mm देयर विल बी सीरीज. किस टाइप का सीरीज होगा? 6306, 6307, 6308. तो ये कौन सा सीरीज में आएगा? 6308. दैट इज डीप ग्रूव बॉल बेयरिंग. 600 सीरीज, 6000 सीरीज किसको रिप्रेजेंट करता है? डीप ग्रूव बॉल बेयरिंग को. सो 6308 will be bearing of basic design. Now see this row and see the third last column, that is basic capacity in kgf, static, that is CO, dynamic capacity or static capacity of bearing, that is given in the underline with green pen or green line. So static capacity given as per this diameter of the bearing, that is 2200, and dynamic capacity is 3200. Now we'll go on the above slide, that is actual slide where I am going to solve this problem, so that there will be no confusion to you. Select bearing from SKF series 63, that is 6308, 6308. Clear? According to diameter of the bearing from PSG data book page number 4.14. कहाँ से लिया मैंने? I have shown to you. Basic capacity, that is CO 2200, and dynamic capacity 3200, that is in Newton. For deep groove ball bearing, FO upon CO is given as FO, sorry, that is not FO, that is FA, axial load. So given in the question, that is 3000 upon 2200. So putting this value here, I'll get as 0.136. There is some mistake or printing mistake, so you can change this mistake in your notebook. So we will get the value, that is ratio of FA upon CO is 0.136 and ratio of FA upon FR, that is 3000 upon 5000 is equal to 0.6. So see this table here, FA upon CO and FA upon FR. So we are getting FA upon CO is 0.16, 0.136. So check the series here, series of SKF bearing, that is 0.13. I have underlined with red in color. उसके सामने हमको चेक करना है. कैसे चेक करेंगे? हम फाइंड करेंगे इसेंट्रिसिटी और ई वैल्यू, दैट इज़ 0.31. सो ई वैल्यू इज़ फॉर 0.136 के लिए क्या आ रहा है? ई वैल्यू 0.31. अगेन सो FA upon FR is greater than E. FA upon FR already solved, that is 0.6. ये क्या है? ग्रेटर देन E है. तो इस टेबल में देखेंगे हम, एक टेबल है FA upon FR लेस देन इक्वल टू E एंड FA upon FR ग्रेटर देन E. सो कौन वाला कॉलम को हम सेलेक्ट करेंगे? क्योंकि वैल्यू वी आर गेटिंग हेयर, दैट इज ग्रेटर देन E वाला कॉलम. सो to find x and y value, we will select FA upon FR greater than E column. So both the column, that is radial load factor, that is x, and dynamic load factor, that is y. So from here I'll get the value as radial load factor x is 0.56 given in the table. Clear? Underline this. And axial load factor, that is y, that is 1.4. Clear? So here you got the point, you got the value from these tables, or you can say from the data book. So I'll solve this. Already explained this part, so no need to explain again and again. That is deep groove ball bearing 6000 series is representing deep groove ball bearing. This is the 63 series 63. B is the width of the bearing, D is the diameter of the shaft, D is the outer race. Clear? R is the radius of ball and something. So now step 4, that determine the equivalent mean load, that is P. You have to find, determine the equivalent load or equivalent mean load from PSG data book. In the similar way, P is given as P is equal to, in the bracket, x into FR plus y into FA into S. Clear? So S is series factor, that is S, 1.5 from PSG data book. Clear? S का वैल्यू कहाँ से आया? डेटा बुक से आया, 1.5. So putting the value here, that is x का वैल्यू 0.56 from the last table and FR value is 5000 plus in the bracket y value is 1.4 already solved and FA value is 3000 into 1.5, that is service factor. So we will get P value as 10,500 Newton. Here see the right side, that is बॉल एंड रोलर बेयरिंग्स का नोमेनक्लेचर, किसको क्या बोलते हैं, सी क्या है, व्हाट इज़ FR, क्या है FR. यू कैन रीड दिस. आई ऑलरेडी शेयर नोट्स इन द गूगल ड्राइव अपलोडेड, so you can refer from there. So this is the nomenclature, this is the equivalent load formula here in the lower part of this slide. Now we'll solve, that is step 5, expected life converted into millions of revolution. अब हमको जो लाइफ आया उसको हमको किस में कन्वर्ट करना है? मिलियन ऑफ रिवोल्यूशंस. तो लाइफ इज़ गिवन एज रेटेड लाइफ इन आवर्स इंटू 16 to n. क्वेश्चन में गिवन है कितने घंटे के लिए बियरिंग चल रहा है? 1000 आवर्स. उसको हमको करना है मिलियन रिवोल्यूशन में. तो कैसे करेंगे? उसको मिनट से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे एंड उसको RPM से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. सो 1000 into 60 into 400. So we will get final as life in million revolution is nothing but 24 into 10 raised to 6. 10 raised to 6 is representing million revolution. So you can write 24 million revolutions. This is the life of bearing. Clear? Life in million revolution. Now step 6, determination of dynamic capacity of bearing or dynamic load capacity. It is given by the formula here. Formula कहाँ से आया? That is given in the data book. We need to remember this formula. That is dynamic capacity. C is given as L upon L10 into P power 1 by K, or you can write L10 is equal to 1 million revolution. K का वैल्यू इज़ 3 फॉर बॉल बेयरिंग एंड K का वैल्यू 10/3 फॉर रोलर बेयरिंग. अगर रोलर बेयरिंग का केस है तो K का वैल्यू हम क्या पुट करेंगे? 10/3. अगर बॉल बेयरिंग है तो K का वैल्यू क्या करेंगे? 3 पुट करेंगे इन द इक्वेशन. क्लियर? So here the case is for ball bearing. So putting the value here, or we can write arrange the term that C is given as L upon L10 raised to 1 by K into P. तो L वैल्यू पता हमको. क्लियर? L10 value is 1 million revolution, always known. So L value is 24 raised to 1/3. हम पावर को अंदर ला सकते हैं. क्लियर? नो नीड टू वरी. So here I have arranging the term and we will get the value C is equal to 24 raised to 1/3 upon 1 into P value already solved, that is 10,500. So we will get C value is 30,287.24 Newton. It is dynamic capacity. Clear? Dynamic capacity of bearing. That is step number 6. Now we'll check which I have solved here, it is justified or not. So step 7 is checking for selected bearing safe for this application or not. The C value for SKF number 6308 from standard catalog is 32,000 Newton. The calculated dynamic capacity for this application is 30,287.24 Newton. Clear? Catalog में given था as per SKF designation and as per dimension or diameter of the shaft. Catalog में given था 32,000 dynamic capacity Newton. So 32,000 Newton is greater than 30,000. Similar way में. Clear? So selected bearing withstand the dynamic induced in the bearing. Clear? जो हमने बेयरिंग सेलेक्ट किया है वो वैल्यू उसका क्या था? 32,000 का था, गिवन था टेबल में. सो हमने जो सॉल्व करके डेटा जो मिला है मेरे को, ठीक है, विच वी आर गेटिंग, इट इज़ लेस देन एक्चुअल वैल्यू गिवन इन द टेबल. सो माई डिज़ाइन इज सेफ. क्लियर? So the selection of ball bearing SKF number 6308 is suitable for this application. Today I am finishing my topic here. I'll discuss next part in the next video lecture series. So thank you guys.